Legislative committees. What do committees do with the legislature?
So every single bill gets a hearing. It doesn't matter if we have 300 bills or 600 bills or 1,000 bills, my goodness. Those bills are going to get hearings.
Well, committees serve a pretty important process. When a bill is introduced, it then is referred to a committee.
So a committee is basically a team of senators who care about something specific, like education or natural resources like water and soil. And so when a specific issue related to water and soil or education comes to the Nebraska Unicameral as a whole, that team of senators uses their expertise and their ideas to decide whether it's a good idea or a bad idea or an idea that needs to be discussed further.
So for me, I'm in the financial world. So my committees are Banking, Commerce, and Insurance, Revenue Committee, Retirement Systems. Those all deal with money and numbers and things like that. So we find a place typically for individuals that wherever their background may lie. So because we feel that bringing that knowledge from your private life as we are citizen legislators is important to bring the expertise and knowledge to the body itself.
Can I come and speak in a committee hearing?
Oh, that's one of the fun parts of being a senator is that members of the public can come and do what's called testifying, which basically means coming and telling their story to the committee members about what they think about a particular issue. So it might be a college student coming to talk to us about what financial aid to go to school means to them, or it might be an older person talking about access to healthcare services or anything in between.
And if you have a passion about a subject, and you want to give your thoughts or feelings or 2 cents worth on that, on the day that we have that hearing, you can come and you can testify. And we would certainly encourage you to do that.
And every hearing, the general public, anybody is allowed to come and take a stance on a bill. It's a beautiful part of our legislature. It's extremely unique. Not every state does that.
But I try to listen and engage in every person that comes up because they took the time to come to the legislature, and it's not easy to come down and testify in front of a committee. I still get nervous when I get up there for every bill I ever introduce because you're sitting in front of your peers, and it kind of feels like they're judging you at times, but you just kind of go with it, and it doesn't get any easier necessarily, but you just do with it, and that's part of the process. So,
how do committees decide how to vote on a bill?
We'll talk about the bills that we heard in the last hearing schedule. Usually 4 or 5 different bills are heard a day, and we will get together as a committee in executive session, which means it's not open to the general public, and we will talk about the bills. We'll talk about concerns that we have with the bill. We'll talk about some of the things that people brought up during the hearing.
And then the committee takes all of that into consideration and makes a decision to either move forward because it's a good idea or stop the process right there because we don't need that law, or change it in a form that makes it more usable for our state.
The point is to basically filter through whether or not it's a good law or a bad law.
I make decisions about policy based on first my constituents and then second how it impacts the state as a whole. But what's really helpful is to hear from people in a public hearing as to how something might impact them or what it means to them and their families. I love it when kids come and testify because it means that it's something that's really grabbing their attention. And it's something that they care enough about to take a day off of school and come talk to us, which is great.
And in fact, I recall, I believe my first or second year, we had a group, I believe, of 6th graders from Gretna that came and testified in regards to a bill that had to do with, I believe, tornado evacuation process for schools. And so I believe there were about 8 6th graders that actually came and testified on the bill. And by the way, the bill did move forward and it was passed. So,
what happens when committee members disagree?
A lot of times you have disagreement just about the nature of the bill. Sometimes you have disagreement about particular portions of the bill.
So if the team thinks it's a good idea but needs some changes, they can create what's called an amendment, which basically makes the bill better.
We take a little bit of one side and a little bit of the other side, and we put them together, and that's what we do as compromise. And that's because there's not always just one solution to a problem.
You can learn more about the Nebraska Legislature from their student guide. Teachers can call or email the unicameral information office to receive free copies.